In this video, we'll be unboxing and reviewing the ODD box from Warm Audio. I've already unboxed it. This is a clone of the OCD pedal, which every guitar player in LA used to use, but trends, they come and go. I noticed right off the bat that originally on the OCD, you could like unscrew these things to get access to the battery, but these don't unscrew anymore. I don't even think this thing takes a battery. So I don't know if you like that or hate that. Otherwise, it seems pretty similar. It's got volume, drive, and tone. What else do you need? And it's got these two options, and us, US. I don't know what they mean. I like to not read manuals. Thankfully, this didn't come with a manual. The reason I do that is because the manual can distract you from what it actually sounds like. So the manufacturer will tell you, this knob does this knob does that. Don't read that stuff. Just turn the knob and use your ears and determine like that what it actually does, because you can be led astray by manuals and things like that. It's really just, in my opinion, additional marketing, and that's why I don't read them. So let's try out the Warm Audio ODD box and
stick it on the pedal board.
If you're interested in the Warm Audio Mutation Phaser pedal, then watch my review here or here. Yeah, let's put it next to the Timmy. My pedal board is going into my Sovtech head, running all the way downstairs. You can't see it, but yeah, there's this cab down here that I built, SM57 on there.
Barn life, studio life.
I'm going to compare this ODD pedal from Warm Audio against the Timmy pedal and the Tube Screamer. These are kind of run-of-the-mill common pedals. I think most everyone is familiar with what a Tube Screamer does. And if you're not familiar with the Timmy pedal, it's basically my favorite pedal. It's just a really good sounding overdrive that I use all the time. I love the Timmy and the Tim pedal. I'm gonna start with all of these pedals down the middle so you can just get a general sense of what we're dealing with, and then we'll adjust from there. So here's just the clean amp. Timmy pedal. Tube Screamer. The Odd pedal. Yeah, they're all. The ODD has got just more of a bite to it. So why don't we bring that down? Let's first see what this other switch does. Yeah, so hitting that switch down to the US option versus UH increases your saturation, compression, and also lowers volume. Yeah, so it's more of like, this is more of like a squishy sound in the US version, and the UH is more open, less driven, less compressed. So I'm gonna keep it in that option because that's more like the other pedals. So I would say for like power chords, if you wanna do a lot of rock stuff, that this ODD would be great for that. The Tube Screamer is not as bright as the other two. There's a lot of clarity on this guy. That sounds pretty nice. I'm digging that. Yeah, it makes the Tube Screamer sound kind of like it's got a blanket over it. Yeah, at rest the Tube Screamer is just kind of dark, and the ODD is actually, I'm really digging this right now. Here's something you have to keep in mind. The amp that I'm using, the Sovtech, it doesn't respond like your typical Fender amp, right? It's imparting way more of its character to these pedals, so you're getting sort of a blend. Whereas if you're using pretty much any Fender amp, unless you're driving that Fender amp, it's just going to, you're just going to hear, it's just going to be very, very vanilla. The Fender amps don't really blend with these pedals, but they take pedals well. If you're new to this type of stuff, just in general, you're going to prefer a Fender amp for pedals. It just takes pedals well. They're designed for that, especially the newer ones, like the past 20 years or so. Your standard like hot rod is gonna it's gonna really play really nicely with these pedals, with any type of pedal that you use. But anything like a Vox or like what I'm using, anything off the path is gonna sound a lot different. You can hear that this Softtech is imparting its sound to these pedals, right? Because you can hear that the Softtech at rest, it has like a texture. It's doing something, right? It's doing something. So that's gonna blend. So now let's just mess with the ODD and see what kind of sounds we can get out of it. Let's crank it up. Now I'm gonna use different pickups. We're cranking up the drive, increase the volume a little bit, push the amp a little bit harder, and I'm gonna just go through the pickups. So high lead stuff, right? Let's just do. Middle pickup. Neck pickup. I'm digging that. It's almost like a fuzzy little thing going on. Versus, you know, Tube Screamer cranked up would kind of give me. That's the Tube Screamer. I mean, that sounds really wimpy in comparison. Now the US option, even more. Wow, it's like really kind of clamped down. Yeah, so just, you know, checking this thing out, it's nice to compare it against the Tube Screamer and the Timmy pedal. The ODD has a much greater range. I think it kind of excels when I don't like the US thing as much. I don't think I liked it on the original OCD, just for the stuff that I do. It gives you even more saturation, but it's just so much compression that I think the ODD pedal sort of excels in a little bit heavier range with a little bit more drive. I think if you want more mild stuff, you know, more edge of breakup, that you would sort of like lean on like a Tube Screamer or a Timmy pedal, and I think that the ODD just excels with more overdrive. It's a little heavier. It retains a lot of clarity, which I dig. And yeah, this is, I mean, to my recollection, this sounds a lot like the OCD pedal. This one's cheaper, so I would just go with the Warm Audio one. 1, 2, 3. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably like this video here or this video here. Have a lovely day.